Welcome back. This is live trading on 7/2/2025. So, just as a reminder again, just narrate as I normally would. I usually talk a lot to myself. So if I'm talking a lot to myself, it's because I normally would talk a lot to myself. um, I've been getting my trade plan. Um, the time that I actually execute, I've been reducing to just 9:30 to 10. Um, so today we had 8:15 red folder, and that's it. Previous daily low is H4 equal lows, and then this is an H4 high right up here. And what is that? Oh, actually, real quick, and so is this. Actually, no, it's not. No, it is not. So this London high. Yes, yeah, it's London high. There's no internal range liquidity. So to me, like, I see this as a potential, like, 15 minutes beginning to shift up. I see this as a potential market maker model from down here to up here. Just look at a 15 minute. So, this is previous daily low. I would need to see, there's a BPR down in here. I would need to see price trade into some form of, it's just opening up like this, but some form of fair value gap, like as a response to this low. Because that low gave it, but I still need a key level. Like for it to drop 1 minute. I don't know why TradingView does this sometimes. It's just like unbelievable. Watching volume. Yesterday, it's funny, like, actually, before I say that, okay. 15 minutes for very good. Yeah, we'll see. The price might just run. I mean, that's fine. Asia lows were traded into a New York AM, but this is the most recently traded into level as previous daily low. So, let's see. We got London highs. I think that's all the levels that I'm interested in right now. Going to daily. Look at context-wise. So these equal lows happen to be a daily fair value gap as well. Daily external range liquidity up higher. So to me, so this is a daily fair value gap up here. That was not inverted yet. It could be still. And up here is daily external range liquidity. Daily euro. So I can go on 15 minute. So this is daily fair value gap. Price trades into that daily fair value gap and it sweeps liquidity within it. Yeah, I mean, it might not trade back down into that, to be honest, but I will watch it. So overall, there's definitely alignment. Just gonna wait on this. It's kind of pissing me off, though, I'm not gonna lie. Just so. Yeah, I would say there's definitely alignment in that. Weekly is probably just going to form a fair value gap. So, in my trade plan, We'll see, maybe it'll create a breakaway gap as that 15-minute fair value gap. That's what it's looking like so far. I need to have a key level. Like we traded into this at 8:30 in the morning, but we did not. It wasn't like stagnant. There's been no sweeps of liquidity of any kind. There's been no trading into even a fair value gap of any kind. Maybe there's SMT. I don't look for SMT, so we're gonna just like wait on this because I need context of some sort of intermediate key level. See how volume's doing. Volume. What I was gonna say is like yesterday was interesting because Powell was talking at 9:30 instead of like 10:30 or 10 or whatever later, and there was news at 10, and the volume after 10 was higher than the volume at the open, which happens only about 5 to 15% of the time, just statistically based. And so that's why why I'm targeting 9:30 to 10 is just because there's clear volume dynamics that I see in these times. Volume is generally very high in this, not very high, the highest out of any 15-minute period, 9:30 to 9:45, and then 9:45 to 10 is a little bit lower volume, but it's still high, and I understand that dynamic pretty well, and so that's why I'm focusing on it. But those two 15-minute periods are very important, and so. Yeah, so we'll see what goes on here, but some breakaway gap forming potentially. I'm not just gonna be like super like I'm like so like I can just tell like I'm very very like anxious to long because I see a lot of clarity so far, but I mean, I could take a 15-minute entry, to be honest. I could, but I think that wouldn't be quite appropriate. I mean, this is the target for me up here. If it were to give a reaction, like that's the thing. I gotta wait and like actually see price trade into a level. And here it's like. It's fucking pissing me off. I wonder if there's SMT or something. I'd say it's pretty normal volume. It's nothing exceptional, but it's pretty normal. So it's kind of like this first consolidation of the market maker model. And just see like price trades back into anything. It's very likely going to be a breakaway gap formed, or yeah, RDRB formed. Oh my god. Okay. And we had this squeeze up through here. With a sweep of liquidity at this point, like, you know, I'm going to wait for this 15-minute to close, but I would potentially put a low risk on. Depending on the reaction to any points of liquidity on 1 minute. Just given, I think this is a very clear market maker model so far, but trying to just work with price because it's not doing like what I would anticipate it normally doing, which is like when it trades into time-based liquidity and it creates a POI away from it, it almost always is going to trade into it and then gauge a reaction from it. But today, then it's not doing that. It's just squeezing. It's push, squeeze, create a breakaway gap, and it's like, okay, like we're at this first consolidation. I'm just going to kind of treat this as like, you know, how is price responding to that first consolidation? You know, we're pulling back into, you know, more passive regions, fair value gaps and highs and lows. And we see like how does price respond to those. And I would do a conservative risk. I mean, it's already approaching a conservative risk time, but I'd want to make sure I see a fair value gap, and this would be the overall targeting is here and up higher, but yeah, volume is actually very high. A lot of volume coming in right now. I shouldn't say very high, but it's this makes sense. It's what you'd anticipate in a consolidation. Right up through here. Alright, so this is going to form a breakaway gap too. So this is now a breakaway gap. So, I mean, you know, I wouldn't anticipate price pushing back into that level. And so this is where I have to be, you know, more, I'll call it a B. Oh my god. I swear sometimes, like, just like click shit and it just does not. I wouldn't anticipate to trade into that level. So it's like, you know, I'm going to be a little more discretionary here. And just kind of watch this more as like a market maker model. 15-minute market maker model, you know, like consolidations, see what we trade into, but also like I'm just kind of treating this like a 1 minute consolidation as well. Trade it into a fair value gap down here, just see what the reaction gives. See if that holds with a fair value gap. If so, I would enter on that the first squeeze. Traded into a fair value gap down here. I'm going to go for a low risk long on here. Stop's just going to be right below this big candle. Okay. TP is, I mean, this is fine. This is fine. I'll put it a little higher, but, well, I'll put it there for right now, but 22,780.75. Okay, so yeah, that's perfect. So the reason why I see this first consolidation, we trade in fair value gap, push away with a very, very strong fair value gap, and we have this breakaway gap down in here. Maybe price trades into that 15-minute level. I don't know, but I'm being a little more discretionary with this, and just saying we might, get a continued squeeze. If this stops, that's fine. We can wait and see what happens. I want to be mindful of the fact that price is squeezing. We have low resistance all the way through here. Breakaway gaps down in here. If I was trailing, to be honest, if I was trailing in a trade, I would trail to this level, which means that I don't want to see it traded back into, really. So it's like, okay, let's let's see the reaction to the consolidation, and we'll see. Maybe the squeeze continues, maybe it doesn't. But I would definitely want to see the candle that I have drawn out. I'd certainly want to see that respected. So yeah, we'll see if we get a quick little 2R up into London highs. The reason why I have my stop like this is I'm matching the aggression of price. It's very aggressive, so I'm going to be aggressive in that sense. Volume increasing at all? It's very low. If it like pushes up into like around here, I would trail my stop loss to this low. But otherwise, right now it's just too early for that. Like, hasn't really done anything. It's made one small progression with a higher high, but barely. 10 opening up. I feel like I'm just about to get fucking whipped a little bit. A little nervous. Okay, it's fine. If it stops out, it stops out, but at least not, it doesn't look like it's gonna fucking destroy me. Sometimes with slippage, you just don't know, like, what it's gonna do. Did that make a new high? No. Alright. If price trades into these two highs, I'm going to show my stop loss to these two lows. Okay. As a progression, like, at that point, I definitely, it's continuing to try and progress. I want to see it move. Sweat liquidity, it's progressing. We're in a very aggressive trade. We'll see if it'll move or not. So at any rate, I'm done after this trade just because we've already hit 10 now. And there's no more, there's nothing more that I would be entering on. Excuse me. Let's see if this squeeze continues. Just want to see it squeeze all these people up through here. I'm not ready to trail stop anymore than what it's at. Yeah, it's a new breakaway gap. It's logical progression. So like this is an example of what I'm talking about, like 65K, 930, 945, 47K, 945 to 10. That's why reduce risk, but it's like probably 95% of the time this is what it does. And then 10 after, it's very variable. I don't know, what it just kind of changes. So that's why I've like kept just simplifying it. It's really slow. I'll be back. Okay. Creative for value gap. Nope. Just gonna wait on this. I'm not trailing my stop loss anymore yet. It's about appropriate at this point where it's at. Ugh. It's like I'm starting to feel like if it's like past 10, I'm like on the charts for so long. I've literally been here for 39 minutes. I'm like, kidding me off. It's like, come on. I gotta do some work, right? No, I do a lot of work. Like that's the thing. Like trading. I spend 4 hours a day, like just looking at the market and reflecting on my performance and reflecting on my vision and all this. I mean, truly, like a majority of my work is the stuff outside of the market, and then come back in and I just, it is a full-time job, no question, absolutely no question. I think especially as I'm learning, and becoming that trader that I will be is like, and it will still be that way even, later. Um, uh, you know, when I'm making big bags. So, come on, NASDAQ, why don't you just flush hard to the TP? A pump. I guess flush is a down movement. Why don't you pump hard to the TP? go. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. There's really not much energy behind any of this. It's low volume, so let's see. Very fucking low volume. Extremely low volume. This is what I'm talking about. Like I just don't. To me, like it just. I'm not a low volume trader. It's just not something that I want to be engaging with. If I'm in an open position, that's fine. You know, I'll be a little wider with my stop loss and stuff, but like I'm not trying to gauge a reaction from a time-based level with 1,000 volume. You know, like these candles are. This is getting a little higher. This is getting to a point where I'd probably trail to. I would just say honestly, like, see if a fair value gap holds. If this whole value area up in here, we'll see what goes down. It's not going to be too. So I'm going to trail. I'm just going to trail to, I think, where? I'm gonna trail to this. Trail this low. Seems a little bit aggressive, but that's okay. I'm gonna trail it this low. I might bring it down slightly, but no, I won't bring it down. I could probably trail up even more. Let's see what the volume is like on this. We had high volume. Yeah, I'm actually gonna. I don't know. I'm gonna keep the trailing where it is. I'm not trying to be like overall. I say high volume, but it's really not that high volume. And like up through here, we're in value area. This is not like a super heavy trade. It's conservative risk trade. If it keeps holding up in here, I'll trail it to this low. Okay, I'm just gonna trail it to this low. Actually, I take that back. I want to see that fair value gap respected, so I will trail it to that low. I think that's, no, I'm just looking at it and it just seems a little too aggressive, to be honest. But I guess the reason why I'm saying this, we have very low volume followed by high volume positive delta. This actually had a negative delta, but we had a bullish fair value gap. Still high volume follow through. I'd say, yeah, I would keep the stop loss where it's at. Just draw out the fair value gap I'm talking about. It is now not passable by price. There's an impasse, which is my drawing. Okay. Let's go, NASDAQ. This is a 1.8R trade, 1.9R trade. I'm just going to let it go to TP if it goes. If not, that's fine. I'd like to see it flush. Can you flush? Can you go? It just hit value for sure. This is what I'm talking about. Like, it hits value area. But, like, what do you anticipate? If it goes into a value area, you're in this trade, like, it should buy up. Passive buyers should buy it up from here. So we'll see if they do. I would like a bag, please. Come on, Nasdaq. 10.15. I know I'm getting like pullback vibes, to be honest. No, I mean, stop loss basically is at where it should create a fair value gap. I think this is logical. I don't think it's absolutely logical. It's either going to go to take profit or it's not. I'm not going to like try and micromanage price action. It's just either going to do it. It's not going to do it. So, squeeze. 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 Push. Oh my gosh. Can you push harder than that? Push. It should just go to the TP. It should just flush. Should just go straight to the take profit. Stand up for a sec. Come on, Nasdaq. Flush. 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 I'm going to trail up to this candle body. Just keeps progressing. I definitely want to see that like go and not like cock all the way back down into. It's just. It's like if my computer froze, I'm to cry. Okay. It's a small trailing, but yeah. Come on, Nasdaq. You only got a little bit longer out there. You can do it. Thinking like, if it does hit up there, here's what I'm going to do. Here's what I'm going to do. I do see a potential for all the way up here. Probably not in today, but I'm still, I'll put my take profit a little higher. I will put my take profit a little bit higher and trail if we get there. And so that's kind of like what I'm going to do. Because anyways, like once we get up here, I'll easily, just especially, I'm anticipating price action to be similar to what it's at right now in terms of aggression. You know, I'll I'll let it do its thing and I'll trail to like see if it'll flush through London High, because it's giving me vibes like it will. If it does get up there, it's giving me vibes like it'll pop through it, and I'd want to be a part of potentially it flushing further, because it's stalling like right before. Now it's not at a level where I'd take profits, so just gonna see if this will actually go any further or not. Come on, NASDAQ. I still think, yeah, this fair value gap should be respected. I'd really not even really like it to be traded into, but I won't just go straight to the take profit. Squeeze. Go. It's fine. I have like an absolutely minuscule level of profit secured. It's not, the point isn't profiting yet. The point is trailing stops based on displacements. This volume is like extremely low. 300. Down. Come on, NASDAQ. Come on. Is volume high? Come on, NASDAQ. Come on, NASDAQ. Yeah, it really is not much agreement in higher. Let's see if it'll have a like actual push. It's getting through a lot of resistance. If you look left, there's a lot of resistance. A lot of resistance. It's a beautiful candle. Come on, NASDAQ. Come on, NASDAQ. Ugh. Come on, NASDAQ. That was pretty bullish the way that candle moved. See if that continues. Where's the top of this value area? Oh, we're just like right in the middle of it. Absolutely right in the middle of it. Oh, well. Come on, Nasdaq. Whew. All right, that's what I'm talking about. So like, I'm gonna take off one right there, and then I'm gonna bring the stop loss up to that candle low. This is precisely what I talked about. So low of this candle, just to see like if we can't get some monster flush. I don't know if it will. I know that was high volume. Oh my god, come on, position. What is wrong with trading view? Position tool, right? Let's see. We got 8K. I don't want to see that low of that candle erased. Let's see if we can't get like a mad flush. I have it positioned to potentially do so. I'm a part of here. Yeah, positioning looks good. Let's just see, like, what is this level up in here? 933. That's extremely unlikely. Like, just, I almost don't want to put it there just because it's extremely unlikely. But I'd have to look at ATR. Alright. So let's just watch these candles. Yeah, so I have like $4,000 secured on this trade. I just want to see like if we just get some like monstrous, utter just monstrosity of a flush. It's giving me vibes today. Like the whole reason I entered this trade was because it's just like so bullish, to where it didn't even trade into a key level and it's still pushed away. I'm just gonna let it give me a. Let it see if it'll just continue this movement. Really high volume coming in 28. Yeah, so far the P&L is what? 223. I might have to trail up a little bit. What do I have on here with one micro? 80 buys. No, it's correct. I got $4,000 secured. So let's see. Dude, price is going crazy right now. Look at these wicks. Look at that. It's unreal. Come on, I want to see it. Something's just giving me vibes. It's just giving me vibes like it's gonna fucking just. I don't know. We'll see. But took some off on that flush candle, which was intelligent. If we close up above this candle, I will trail it to this candle low. Like if it like pushes and holds, I'll trail that stop loss up. It's not giving me vibes to do that yet, to be honest. I'm just gonna let price. I'm not trying to like. I do see potential for this to go further, but got just like what? Very little extra. Yeah, like $200 extra. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Price is probably approaching average true range at this point. Like here, let's see. Like, what was this distance was 250 points. This distance is so 200. I'm gonna keep price. I'm gonna put my take profit at this high right up here. So let's go to just kind of looking left. I want to make sure I'm not like being a fucking idiot and like, yeah, let's just go like this. Something like that. That would be pretty dope if that hit. I'll trail my stop loss up to this low. I don't want to see like a big correction on this. I see is there fair value got created? No, but there's a lot of RDRBs. Actually, let me just take this off for a second. I want to evaluate, like actually really evaluate this because it's giving me vibes. Put the stop loss right at this low because I want to see that could take that low. NASDAQ, 156 minute. You know it. Okay, so let's evaluate this from bottom to top. That would be a 260 point move. Can I look at like a ATR? Average true range. Average true range right now is, come on, bruh. Really? No, like, I'm just gonna look at yesterday's. This was that to me is interesting. So like here, or maybe daily range. Like, what's the daily range? Yesterday's daily range was here to here. It's 319 points. Today's daily range 300. I put the stop. I would take profit at that high. I just want to make it available for myself, like to actually potentially have a fat bag on this. So I'm not gonna like. It's a 22,845. Let's do 22,845. Okay. So let's see if I can't get a bag off this guy. I swear I like can't type on my fucking computer today. One off of that would be $5,000. Yeah, this would be a $7,000 trade if that hit. I mean that'd be no small trade. I will trail stop loss to this low now that it made a progression. So we'll see if this'll go. I mean, either way, I've secured about $4,000. So we got 7,6 minus 2,2, right? Plus, so I've secured about $4,400. This is a low risk trade, but I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it's like kind of sweet. Low risk, but quite nice. I mean, we'll see. It's given like an extra 1R, but I want to see if it'll like just give. Like, it'd be so sick. It's a low risk trade though. If this was a fatty, oh my god, I'd be going crazy. I'd be going crazy, but It's okay. Sometimes you can get a low risk trade to be a high risk trade win if it's like big enough. Oh. All right. I don't really have an office in my place, so I do, but I don't like the look of it, and I think aesthetics are very important. Um, so I'm just trading in my kitchen because I like the look of my kitchen. So another like, let's see, what are we in line with anything? It's just like area of, I don't know. Let's see if this will flush in. I'm giving it some room. I'm going to trail on this. I'm going to trail my stop loss to the London high. Just a discretionary play there, which is 22,781. Wow. Okay, never mind. That's like a very minimal. What? Oh. That's almost like Ninja's. Yeah, it is different on Ninja, I think. Oh, okay. That's fine. I'm just gonna trail it to like right there. I don't know why I'm being so anal about that, but I like kind of want it to be just where it actually is. So, is there a fair value gap created through that? No, it's fine. What a monstrous move. I mean, look at that. Like, what a monstrous movement from previous daily low. But I mean, you have daily alignment, you have 4-hour equal lows that are previous daily low. The M15 created a breakaway gap. And this is why, like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, I got to use my discretion, and I'm very glad that I did. Because it's like, I'm like, what if I just, well, I would have just missed a small risk trade, which is fine. But it's like, I just mean, like, over time, if I know that if I do not, if I'm like so rigid in the way that I use my system, like it will not work. And rigid in the sense of where I stop listening to the market and I start just stop listening to the market. So, if price is creating breakaway gaps, like the point of it is that it's expanding. So, I look, it's like, where's the market maker model? And I'm evaluating how price is responding to consolidations, how market makers are responding to consolidations, how they're order pairing, right? And so I don't know how they are, but I can, in the sense of like, I don't know what they're doing or what they will do, but what I can look at is the way that price is responding to highs, lows, and fair value gaps to give me that idea. So we'll see. I want to see if this will, I think it'd be so sick if this just fucking flushed. It hasn't done something like this for me, like, if it were to have hit this, like, if it does go to another TP, it'd be a long time since I've had something like that happen. So I'd be pretty psyched on that. I'm not gonna lie. I would be very, very psyched on that. up about 5,800 bucks right now. This one micro is kind of going a far way, to be honest. 5,400 bucks, excuse me. I'm just giving it some room. There's nothing that, I'm not trying to get super aggressive on the way that I'm trailing price because price is just consolidating. If it starts pushing I'll like trail it up to like this low or something. But just want to give it the time of day here. Honestly, the play, like really, like if you were here, the play would have been right here. That is the play. Stop loss, just at the candle bodies. That would have been some monstrous ass fucking trade. Look at that. Oh my god. Definitely trapping some, because that's actually a positive delta candle, but this is a negative delta candle. It's a bullish candle. It's just consolidation. We'll see. I'd like to get a little extra off this if possible, but you know, it might not. It might not go to full TP. Just be so sick. I think that'd be so cool. I would be so excited. It'd be awesome. Ugh. Getting tired of sitting. It's a long stream, but well, I'm not. I guess I'm technically not streaming, but it's a long. I feel like I am because I know that everything I do, I will be seen. So, but this is a long one. It's a long one because of this. But I'm gonna stick around all the way to the end with it. I'm not gonna eat any food. I'm not gonna do anything. Of 86 points. That's a pretty fat movement. 86 points on. It's still only 1 micro, but. Like, I mean, just straight up. Like, straight up movement. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. See if we won't get some sort of, like, actual flush. Okay. Hey, now, that might be... If it doesn't keep going down, that might be really good. Shoot, I think it's taking me out. Alright. Well, what a candle. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah. It's fine. About 4,400 bucks. Alright. Well. That was actually like kind of nuts, to be honest. Okay. Did it hit anything? Just curiosity. No, not really. It's hit the consequent encroachment of the order block. Alright, I'm down. Well, that was pretty sick. Ran to 3R. Took it at 2R. So I missed out on an R, but that was on 1 micro. I missed out on an R, which is about 1,200 bucks. That's all right. The whole point was to, allow it to possibly go up here. I wasn't trailing stop super aggressively, so. It's a little frustrating though. That's just looking at it now. That'll make its run. Dang. Okay. Done.